Now, I have a controversial kind of agreement with my wife. Not anything like legal or formal, but I've told my wife something pretty controversial, and many people have issues with it. Okay, so I'll share it with you. You form an opinion, and then after you listen to the whole video, you give me your opinion. Okay? Comment down below. I always read it. You know that. Okay, so what is the condition that I made with my wife? The controversial one. I've told my wife that you have access to all my bank accounts. Okay? You have the cards for all the accounts. You have the passwords, everything. However, the condition is if she were to spend even one cent or the lowest denominator, say 1 baht, the relationship is off. Okay? All she has to do is tell me about it, and if I feel it's okay, fine, go ahead. Okay. Now, no sooner I shared this online, oh my goodness, people are like, yeah, you want a slave, you are a what? Dictator, you wanted a maid, and this is slavery and blah blah blah. Okay, fine. So now let me form the opinion and then I'll break it down for you. Okay. So now let me tell you why did I say this. Now, right now, between my wife and me, I'm the only one who's earning. Wife is not earning anything. Now, obviously, people say you should trust your spouse or your wife 100%. Okay. And I've also told you this in defense of that argument, that I've had relationships where the person has taken the full money and run away. I've had this in the past. So it can happen to anyone. That is number one. Number two is the fact that, let's say tomorrow she gets emotionally coaxed, or someone tells her, yeah, you must try this, you must do this. Just give it a go. Let's say you'll win a lottery ticket or something, or this is a great investment, and she invests without telling me. Who has to bear the brunt? Me. Okay. Third one. Let's say some relative or friend of hers say, please help me, my child is dying of cancer, my mother, father, this and that, sob story. And she gives. Okay. Who has to bear the brunt? Me. She doesn't earn anyway. And you know how it is. When you have money, everybody, including their grandfather, their dog and their cat, will ask you for money. My wife gets plenty of requests every single day. Okay, every day, it's not every day somebody has a sob story, given the recession and all that. Okay. Then on top of that, let's say, for example, tomorrow, just going extreme, let's say we have an indifference or we have a fight, and she decides, okay, hell with you, and she empties the bank and goes away. What do I do? And in Thailand, the law supports the citizens by default. The law is not designed in a way that is, oh, okay, we'll look at two individuals just as normal. No, irrespective where you know. By default, it is designed to support the Thai citizen. Okay? See, because every country has its own unique set of laws and the way they operate. Like, for example, in Muslim countries, Sharia law, which is absolutely, it takes a whack. Okay? It's totally something else. And Sharia law always supports men over women. So anyway, that's a different topic. Okay, now, until now, I've given you a few reasons. But now comes the biggest one. The biggest one being, let's say tomorrow my wife does, let's say, take the money. Okay, and let's assume for a minute, I'm a good guy. Let's assume she is a bad person, I'm a good. Who's going to bear the cost of it? Me, right? And I can assure you without a doubt, no businessman in this world, unless he has made a mistake or he is stupid, will give all the money access to somebody else and say, I trust you 100%. Okay. In fact, let me ask you, if you have money, if you don't have money, it's no point even you answering this. If you had money, wealth, property, everything else, would you give it to your girlfriend or spouse? Would you? If that is the case, see what happened with Jeff Bezos' wife. See what happened to all the people who never kept a prenuptial agreement. When you divorce, it is always ugly. It's not, oh, I love you, I understand, I want the best for you. No. When they divorce, it's straight away going for the jugular. They want to cause the maximum damage. In my case, I've been lucky where I've resolved the issue amicably. Now, obviously, the question will be, then, she can take the money and run away, but why wouldn't she? That's a good question, right? Yeah, the answer is very simple. I've told her a very simple fact that I'm 45, she's in her 30s, there is a 15-year age gap. By default, I'll be the first one to die. By default. If and when, just a matter of when I do die, all the money that is saved is yours. I obviously can't take it when I die, right? I mean, which one of us can take the luxury vehicles, the mansions, the property, the money, the currency, cryptocurrency, whatever? Can you take it in your grave? Even if you take it, it's any use? No, right? Okay. So I told her, all you have to do is just be loyal and faithful. It's all yours. So it operates more like a fixed deposit where she only has to work. She doesn't have to deposit any money, just her time, loyalty, effort. Okay. And see, let's face it, I'm not a bad guy. I might be a workaholic, don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't sleep around. Nothing. I only am a grumpy old, grouchy old workaholic. Which female will say no to that? Okay. I'm pretty sure you still will be like, nah. Okay. Here's the last argument that I'll give you, after which you decide. Okay? You decide whether I'm right. When someone has seen life, suffered, has gone through immense pain, and has started his life from zero multiple times and knows how to handle a business, versus somebody who has never worked, as in not odd jobs like farming, or like my wife, she has done farming, worked in a construction place, worked as cleaner, in a factory. She's done simple jobs. Okay, there's nothing demeaning about it, I'm just giving you facts. She doesn't know how to operate a business. In fact, she doesn't even know how to operate a Gmail account with two-step verification itself. She doesn't know. Okay. Now, given a person who doesn't know all this, doesn't know what are the security threats, what are the, clicking a link or a password, what is their danger? She doesn't know anything of all this. She doesn't know. She just knows there's something called a virus. She doesn't know you tell her what's a malware. She doesn't know. Trojan. She doesn't know. Phishing account. She doesn't know. Phishing, no? Phishing account, yeah. So she is not aware of all this. She doesn't even know about fake websites. Okay. Given the fact she doesn't know all this, given the fact she doesn't have any experience in business or the real world, given the fact she doesn't even know how to generate any income apart from doing some online selling of few second-hand clothes and all, who do you think would survive in the long term? Me, with my experience, or her? So isn't it better for her to stick what she knows, that is being a great housewife, and not try to take everything? And see, because I'll tell you this, if you were to give, you're a businessman, you're a person who has earned, you give all your money to your kid, all your money, everything to your kid, what do you think is going to happen to that kid? Will the kid become wise and smart with all the luxuries and the money and the wealth? 99.99% out of 100, that kid would end up being useless bum. Best example, Magic Johnson's son. Just Google search Magic Johnson's son. Where Magic Johnson was, where his son is. Just check. Check any superstar, check their son or daughter. In fact, don't be surprised if the only update you find of some of them is, oh, he has come out as transgender. He wants to be free, he wants to travel the world. In fact, very few people, their sons have become more dynamic than them. Unless, of course, training was given. Unless, of course, they were mentored and the upbringing was proper. Otherwise, they end up with, if you have easy access to money, you spoil. Why do you think I make my daughter go through a simple school, simple life, hard work? Yeah, why? Because I don't want her to get spoiled. I've literally seen with my eyes, on this island, a simple parent, but the child has the latest AirPods Max, Apple 12 or Apple 13 or whatever, and high tech and showing off and wants to be on Instagram and TikTok and. But if you ask them real world skills, zero. Why? Because they were given easy money, and easy money always corrupts. My wife doesn't know how to generate income, so it's false. Now obviously you say, yeah, but when you die, yeah, when I die, I don't have a choice. I will give it to her with the very simple fact, whatever you spend in this will never be generated ever again. So think million times. Keep a budget and only spend that much. Keep the rest in the bank, live off the interest, and work. See, I'll tell you this much. It's very easy to, your life is stupid, or your theories are stupid, or why don't you do what you're advising me? People have told me, give everything to your wife, or give a portion. You do it, no? Tell your wife, sit at home, don't work, be a housewife, give all the access. I can assure you this much. Majority of you will not give your passwords to your spouse. Facebook, Instagram, bank. Majority of you will not give your bank cards, bank access. Majority of you will not trust your wife or spouse blindly, whether husband or wife. Majority. I can challenge you on this. Why? Because you don't know what the fuck would happen. Now, does it mean I would do this with any spouse? No. I made sure her character was the right fit. Because I'll tell you this much, money corrupts. No matter who you are, no matter how good you are, no matter how spotless your character is, you put them with temptation, smoking, drinking, drugs, even food, even a luxurious lifestyle. Try doing that with your spouse or child. I take it as a challenge from me. They will spoil. So I have, it's like more like 2 kids in the house, and I have to make sure that they don't spoil. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. You tell me if my approach is right or wrong. Feel free. I don't censor or delete anyone's comment. You tell me, what would you suggest? What would you suggest, given what I've done? I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm not saying, oh, praise me. You give me a solution. And remember, given how my wife is, given how the market economy is, the job opportunities, given her background, education experience at 30 plus, she can't get any job. None. And having a hyperactive kid like mine, who nobody is willing to take care, the only jobs available, to be realistic, is where cleaning, cooking, housekeeping, this, that, whatever, with salaries up to maybe $200, $300 a month. That's it. So, think, let me know. Love to hear a perspective from your side. You guys take care. I'll be reading your comments. Ciao.